Hey guys, Roshi is here. I'm here to show you my Talir combo deck. This is just, I've been crushing the ladder with this, and it's one of my top win rate decks, and it's just super fun to play. Um, anyway, let's just jump into the list. We've got 4 Initiative of the Sands. This guy, just one of the best things we can have in our opening hand. It helps us play this and then potentially ramp into a Trailmaker, a Merchant, or a Tocas on turn 2. And then from there, we can play one of our 5 drops if we've managed to draw like 3 untapped power. And that can just be quite a solid curve where, if you're playing against an aggro deck, well, they might stop and take time to kill our stuff, in which case, hopefully, they're not playing minions, or they don't have time to kill our stuff and they try and get on board, and in that time we're able to ramp and get ahead and then hopefully slam something that's too big for them to deal with. Trailmaker being able to give us a time is pretty relevant. Sometimes we use this for fire in the late game so that we can hardcast Kairos if we ever have to. Just something to keep in mind, but for the most part this is just, there's other creatures that kind of do the same thing, and they're a little more durable, but being able to get a times influence or grab the second shadow influence we need can be important sometimes, so we opted to play the more fragile Trailmaker. Raelian Merchant, just, it ramps. You could potentially play the Ambusher, it has more synergy with Dark Return half of the combo, but thanks to time etchings, we don't really need to worry about that. So we're just playing the Aurelian Merchant. Once again, just stacking a bunch of ram creatures and playing a fatty is important. So to that effect, we've got Ancestral Oasis in our market. So we can play this on 3, then we'll have about 5 power, and then you can play Ancestral Oasis or either an Etchings or an Initiate if you have it on the next turn. And from that point on, assuming some of your stuff's not dead, you're going to be at like 6 or 7 power if you're hitting your land drops. And that's enough to cast most of the stuff in our deck, and just pretty solid. Oasis has the double advantage of the Invoke, which we can use in combination with Talir for a mini combo in a pinch. Because any unit you draw with it would have Destiny, and then hopefully you draw more, and then maybe you can combo off from there. Tocas, this shuts down Curtain Call, shuts down a lot of pump spells and other annoying things, shuts down Devour, it shuts down Combust. There's a lot of stuff it's good against, and being a 2/4, it's pretty durable, lives around Torch and Seer, and also, being able to twist it is convenient as well, because some decks play removal like Permafrost or etc., and they don't actually kill your stuff, they just Permafrost it or stun it. So then you're able to twist this guy a few times, and all of a sudden he's giving you 3 or 4 power and you can combo off. Gentle Grazer, this is just, in our deck, gives us double access to some of our market cards like Time Etchings. Can hit Curtain Call, just gain you some life back. We can get Killer with it. Dark Return, just grab something from your Void, or one of our ramp guys. Also being able to just be a solid turn 4 play that we can pretty reliably play on 4 most of the time, if not earlier. It's just nice. Upsat, if you play this, your opponent's going to be upset with you because silencing their whole hand is one of the best ways you can shut down interaction with your combo, and it breaks a lot of decks' synergy wide open, where they have to start top decking stuff from that point on, or they just play vanilla creatures with no abilities. As creatures start to rely more on their abilities and just have like a wall of text of abilities, Upset starts to be more relevant. Plus, if someone's playing a combo deck, you might just stop them in their tracks with this. I already mentioned Trailmaker, but we're also playing Time Symbol, so we can reliably ramp into Upset a pretty frequent amount of time. all of our power gives us time, and the only ones that don't are Initiate of the Sands, Merchant, and Tokas. So, assuming you hit a symbol or a Trailmaker, you can actually reliably cast Upset earlier than most other people. And if you're able to get Upset down before they play theirs, it's a weird world we live in Throne where Upset's that important, but if we can play ours first, we can silence theirs, and then our hand is safe, which is nice. A lead, just a solid card. If you draw it early on, you just play it, and it's just a big boy, and anything you draw is also going to be a big boy, and you can use the ultimate ability to just make him huge, or put our market cards back on top of our deck, or get extra value out of Grazer. He's just a cool guy, but for the most part, we're there for the Talir combo, and I'll kind of get into that later. Ixtal, this is another card that it ramps us, which is cool. It's very vulnerable to silence. Not much we can do about that, though. Being able to get massive equal to your maximum power is important for the combo, and I'll get a little more into that later. But this guy's pretty nice, too, just as something to slam as early as possible. It's easy to cast, and if it doesn't die and you're playing in a weird board, even if you trade with one or two things, you're going to get power for it, which is nice. Worldbearer Behemoth, this combos excellently with Twilight Hunt, where you'll get +2/+2 and Killer, and hopefully run over any aggression your opponent has, and give you power in the meantime. If it's ever left unchecked, you'll probably just win the game if they're not doing something ridiculous or comboing off on you. Because if you start ripping all your power out of your deck, we'll start getting much better draws, and then plus he's a 6/7 too, so if he's not dying and you're attacking every turn, the game's got to be going pretty good for you. Grodov Stranger, being able to double up as ramp and card draw, plus being able to shuffle decks back in, it's just a lot of utility. If you're playing against Reanimator, and you can play him and Twilight Hunt and shuffle their Void back in, you definitely slow their strategy down by a lot. Plus, you're drawing a card in that interaction too. So even if they kill it, you've gotten a power out of it, you've killed something, you've drawn a card, and you've shuffled either your Void or your opponent's. You can get a lot of value out of this card. There's a potential where you play more of him, but I've been kind of happy with 2. Talir, we're playing 4 of them. They're in our main deck. Some people don't like this, but I do. And reason being, Upset's running around all over the place, and there's a lot of hand silence and a lot of other BS going on. So if you were to grab Talir from your market and then get hit with an Upset immediately, you just not have a way to combo. Since we have 4 of them, we can kind of actually half-ass the first combo, as long as you're not playing against like Turn Deceit. And if you're not playing against Primal, you can just kind of go for the combo, and or not even just go for the combo, but just play Talir as like just a play. And if they don't kill it, you might just start flipping Destiny cards until you can combo, or you can play it and decimate this, or play it and invoke here. If you've got a ton of power, you can play it and click the button on your Grodov's Burden. So Talir's just strong. As you can see, we're playing 36 time units, so we have a very solid chance. It's not quite 50-50, but it's kind of almost there. I'd say it's like 40-60 chance that each of your minions from on top of your deck will flip Destiny. And we also have cards like Dark Return, Etchings, and Grodov that I mentioned, where even if you're not hitting Destiny, these are 1 power cards that you can flip and then cast immediately and can continue the chain, or in the case of Etchings, you just win. I suppose we segue quite nicely into these cards. Dark Return doubles up quite nicely with Twilight Hunt. It's our alternate combo option. If one of your Merchants is dead, you can Dark Return and get the merchant back and then grab Kairos, or you can use time etchings for it. Since we're looking at some of the market cards, let's just see what we have. Ancestral Oasis, I brought this up, just good ramp. Lumen Reclaimer, once again, Shuffling Voids. There's a good, sometimes we deck ourselves, or we're playing against Mill and we don't want to turn on all their powerful board wipes and draw 3 and make 3 dragons or whatever. So Lumen Reclaimer combos, doesn't combo, but it just stops those in their tracks. They're playing the Relic weapon deck that just tries to grow the crap out of a weapon. We can just shuffle it into their deck, or we can shuffle Reanimator's Void into their deck. Against the decks where it matters, which are actually quite a few, it's pretty good. And in our own deck, sometimes we just need it if we draw too many cards, because then you'll deck yourself and just lose in a world where maybe if you'd had one more turn, you would have won combat or something. Pretty cool. Grodov's Burden, just an excellent catch-all card. Any troublesome card on the board can be buried by this, and from that point on, you can just pay 5. And since we've got so many mono-colored units, I already mentioned it before, but you have a 36 and 75 chance of flipping something that just goes straight into play. I've flipped Talir into play with this before, and that's absolutely nutty. But anything you hit, it's just free real estate at that point, basically. And with all of our ramp, we can actually click this button 1 or 2 times and just keep doing it until we are in a position where we can win the game. Nash, this is just a nod to all the flyers flying around on the meta, way up high in the sky. We bring them down to the ground and let them have the pound. Also, being able to pass Killer around with Grodov's Burden can be cool. Since we're playing 4 merchants and 4 etchings, plus the Dark Returns, we can kind of afford to have some value and utility cards in our market and leverage those before we even go for the combo, because there's a good chance you'll just draw more market later anyway. And back to the deck, we've got Twilight Hunt, really good with Stranger, really good with Behemoth. In a pinch, you could just throw it on whatever and kill stuff. Just a solid card. The Nightfall's relevant too, because the more cards we're drawing, the more material we have to get to 9 power and try and combo off. Curtain Call, protect all our fatties, protect Talir, protect, Behemoth, Ixtal, against, low to the ground aggro decks. If they've decided to, try and put pressure on the board first and then play removal later, you can just blow them out with Curtain Call. And also goes a long way towards keeping your life total nice and healthy, and just does everything we want it to do. Definitely helps with consistency and helps make the win rate a lot better against stuff like aggro or any sort of board wipe deck or whatever. Let's take a look at the power base. We're base time, so we've got 4 time sigils. We need these for etchings. 4 Waystone. Gaining life's huge. We've got a lot of guys that just flip power into play in Ixtal and Behemoth. So it's nice to be able to be a flip life gain into play, flip Silexes into play, flip an emblem into play. Just really good targets we have. Grodov Stranger only flips sigils into play, so that's another reason we're playing 4 time sigils. You'll probably get to the point where you run out of time sigils, but by that point you should be close to winning anyway, and you probably don't need the ramp. Time symbol, just the double time's good for upset. Crest of Mystery, there's a potential we play something like some other untapped power in this slot, but it's kind of fine like this. Sometimes it'll mess up your curve out and you'll have preferred an untapped power like a banner or something, but other times we're able to scout and make sure something's good's on top for burden, or scout away something we don't need at the time. Then we just got the insignias and Silexes. Silex is great. Yep, this is the deck. Main goal is to play Talir, play time etchings, flip Kairos into play. From that point, we're gonna have 6 straws thanks to Talir, and everything we draw just gets it yeeted into play. So the more empty your board is, the better. If you put an lead into play, every unit from that point on will have double damage, or double health, and power, which will then mean double damage to your opponent's face. If we flip Ixtal into play, half the time, let's just assume the bare minimum, he's going to be doing 9 power. If it gets doubled, that's 18 damage. So if your opponent's at 25, they're going to be very dead. If you flip Aled and Ixtal, that's probably a kill right there. But then you still have 4 other flips on top of that. Plus, you're going to keep flickering Destiny. There's not a lot of board states where we don't just flip until our board's full. But even if it does happen, we have etchings in return to just keep the chain going. Fun deck. Hope you guys like it and enjoy. And then hopefully we can abuse our top end a little bit better then.
Time quickens.
Treasure for the taking.
We'll bottom this. We want our another shadow.
Time quickens.
We might catch a silence here, which would be pretty bad for us. If not, we can actually set up for a mini combo on next turn, or once we draw another power.
Treasure for the taking.
We can't afford to attack into like a Desecrate or something.
Treasure for the taking.
See what they have going on. Looking like they're a Severin deck. That was a mistake, but we continue to run with it. My bad. I was supposed to, I suppose holding up curtain call is fine here. Yeah. That kind of worked out for us. And we won. Oh, I'm assuming we won.
Glory to Grudov. Grodov's earth will not yield to you.
I guide through the shadows.
The desert is far from battle. What do we have here?
This'll do
That was a very cool game. I think Tokas is kind of what we were missing. Adding the extra ones helps a lot. That's a win against 5 Keller Sev. One other low-key bonus of Tokas is we shut down cards like the Horu site, and we also shut down enemy curtain calls. So if Tokas is in play, we actually can't lose the curtain call combo. Definitely got a little lucky with that time etchings rip, but Talir can be a really strong card when left unchecked. Go time symbol into Trailmaker, into Aurelian Merchant here. We'll actually just play Crest. Bottom Talir, we only really need one. And having an extra one in our hand is just asking to have it get upset out of our hand.
This'll do the trick.
We're still gonna grab, you know what, maybe it would have been correct to grab time there. We'll see. However, I will go for a Grodov's Burden here, I think. Hopefully we can wreck their hand. I think it might have been correct to go for upset on last turn, but it's not too big of a deal.
I guide through the shadows. Be gone.
We'll hang on to this for the combo.
Now it's my turn.
We'll let that power up as well. So yeah, now we play Burden here. Actually, let's just go for the combo next turn. If we draw power... Actually, no, we just have the combo next turn if we don't catch a removal here. Nightfall's kind of a cool way for us to
Now it's my turn.
kind of draw cards while still pressuring our opponent. Let's see if this wins the game for us here.
Only I can recreate.
If it doesn't, it'll be close for sure. Oh, there's 15, 6, 12, 12. That'll probably do it. Yeah, he conceded.
Guide through the shadows.
We struggle and grow.
Time quickens.
Got a handy little win there. Maybe Tokus was the solution to all of our woes. I'll actually keep this because we have a merchant into Oasis, and we can actually try and get a combo on our opponent with Dark Return. And that'll be nice. Have kind of everything we need. Merchant, even if it dies, we'll get to 4, and then 4 gets us to 6, and 6 to 7, and Merchant's still alive, that's 8, so any other power draw at that point, and that's 9, And if the merchant ever dies, that's a kill.
Time quickens.
So just kind of need to play it out and hope for the best. They're playing a removal heavy hand though, we might have to struggle a bit. I think we swap out Dark Return here, because time etching is just better for the combo. Feeling he's going to be killing everything we play. I'm actually going to play this. Reason being, if we draw a power next turn, we just win.
What do you seek?
Yeah, he stopped us. Play Stranger here.
We struggle and grow.
Draw. Full player power. Oh my. Coming in with a thick raid there. Thanks for the raid. I'm Meadow. I Meadow B. I Meadow B. I get it now. Thank you for the raid. I hope you were enjoying your Eternal stream. Everyone joining in. We're playing, trying to see what the best curtain call deck is. I tried out Xenon in mid-range, tried to take my own spin on it, but long story short, we got our butts kicked, and now we are playing it with Talir combo. We ended up making a few tweaks to make it a little lower to the ground, but since we've done that, we've been decimating just about everyone we've played against, and it's been a good time. We're grabbing fire sigils in case we want to Dark Return.
Desert is far from barren.
Hey, no problem. I appreciate the lurk. And Cass, thanks for the second-hand raid. So we didn't full combo them there. We can continue to combo though with this. We'll shuffle our Void back in so we don't die. And that's a kill. Too, so that was through a lot of disruption as well. Playing against Pentatonic again. Been playing a lot of the same people. Pentatonic we've played 4 times already tonight. He's playing Mono Fire, and that's certainly a rough matchup for most of the decks we've been playing.
Time quickens.
And just seen a lot of weird stuff as well, like some Severin 5 Keller decks, a lot of Xenon Reanimator. Yeah, that's really obnoxious.
Reporting in.
This deck has a lot of ways to just deal 1 damage to us. It's very hard for us to punch through that. Or like, you know, survive. I'm hoping next turn we can play... We're either going to play Tokas, or we're going to play Trailmaker and Curtain Call. Thinking it's actually better to go for the Trailmaker Curtain Call. This guarantees we can play something on next turn. And hopefully we don't catch any removal. Yeah, so he's not going to attack. Probably, we're not going to gain any life, but this just gives us a free roll to play something next turn. Oh, he's forced to attack. That's so bad for him. So watch, we gain 7 here. And his board's just garbage now. And now we're able to... I think we go for Alid here. You know what? No, we'll play it safe. Let's just make sure he has no creatures in his hand that do anything. And we'll start gaining some life here. We can play Alid D's nuts next turn. Curtain call showing how strong. I don't know if we would have won from that board state, but we would have gotten an extra card draw. And that potentially could have been all we needed. This guy was playing Xenon. I think I'll actually keep this hand. Yeah, another sad thing about that last game is we didn't draw any Talir. That was certainly unfortunate for us. We were pretty close to comboing. We can wait one turn to play the Silex. If we draw another land, we could potentially turn the treasures on the line. We'll let Vara power up. But yeah, we're gonna play upside of here. And we can actually wait a turn here. And a very fun play we have is we're gonna curtain call our guys and use Twilight Hunt. So that should be fun. Alright, so yeah, we go curtain call here. Go ahead and play Twilight Hunt here. And our opponent just conceded. One other way that's kind of bad. Kind of better. Kind of want my Silex, or my etchings. I'll be a little greedy here. Just hopefully they don't punish too bad. Hopefully we can get Tokaz down. If not, it'll just be kind of slow. We can go for an attack though. We got the power we need now. I think we actually keep this. Did I play land this turn? No, I didn't. I think this is a Grodov's Burden hand. Got him. Hashtag got him. I suppose we just play this. I'm not gonna power any of these up, because I don't want any of them dying to hailstorm. Yeah, it got turned to seeded anyway. Go ahead and get a swing in here. I think we go for button clicks here. Oh!
I guide through the shadows.
Nice. That's unfortunate. Guys, we did it! That's a kill. What were we even playing against? Some sort of 3-killer control list.
I'll end you myself.
It's kind of bad. Pretty bad. That's much better. We play that first here, just so we have smooth curve out.
This'll do the
Go for the time sigil so we can play etchings next turn. For the time power.
Halt!
That's unfortunate. But we can still play etchings here. I think we grab Nash. Dark Return's probably the worst thing here. And I'm gonna actually just play this so we can curve out. Go upside into Ixtal.
I'll track it down.
Upset's gonna get blocked, but we're gonna play it anyway.
No escape!
Just to be playing something.
guide through the shadows.
You will be a fun diversion.
I guess we take that.
Rodolph's Earth will not yield to you.
If we don't die this turn, we can Trailmaker and a Curtain Call next turn. I think our opponent Opponent might have lethal this turn with Ruffian. We're thankful they went like that. This would be much worse if they played that differently. Now we have a excellent chance of winning.
We hunt as a pack.
It doesn't have any removal or more stun. We're... Oh, that's bad for us. And a life. Whoa, he didn't attack. Yeah, Tokus is gonna save our asses. Whack that guy. We start grabbing fire sigils now if for some reason we ever get to the board state where we want to cast Kairos.
You be a fun
Wowzers.
diversion.
Just memeing all our boys. We take this hit.
Surrender! Surrender!
I mean, Tokus is kind of rough, but we certainly have outs. Our Tokus is gonna protect us against stuff.
Treasure for the taking. Treasure for the taking.
Ah, we won. I'm assuming we won.
So much to dis-
Not yet. Let's see what's on top. We certainly keep that. Clear this guy out. Just keep growing the homie. Nice. Now we're balling.
Time, quick.
Now we're really balling.
What do we have here?
We've got nothing in our hand though. I think our opponent left. I guess not. Yeah.
Treasure for the taking. Treasure for the taking. Treasure for the taking.
Oh, wait a turn
For the taking.
for this.
You're in the crowd watch.
We might deck ourselves. We have to block with everything here. To clear the way. Our opponent gave us the win though. If anyone's interested, my latest YouTube video just went live. was supposed to upload it earlier, but work was busy. I got around to it for tonight though. Tocas is just such a great card to come down. Probably dies here, but if not, we get to go to our market here. Unfortunately, against this deck, we might be about to eat an upset to the face. Let's graze our pre-combat in case we rip Curtain Call. Yeah, we did. Now we attack. And since I kind of foresee upset coming down of it. Well, wait, no, they don't have anything to play upset. Maybe this was a mistake, but we'll swap here, grab our burden, I guess. Give them something to kill. We're not gonna attack into this. We'll just pass the turn back. More important that we don't die than getting free damage in. We definitely don't want Tokas to attack. Tokas.
Choose a path.
What do we have here? This'll do the trick. Treasure for the taking.
Upset's coming down. We're ready for it. Well, I was gonna play Krodov's Burden, but I think we'll do this instead.
Discover.
Glory to Grotov.
So much. A customer. A customer.
Out of concession. That's a mulligan. We'll kind of hedge with Silix. We'll be able to make it untapped eventually, and might want the treasure. Yeah, so we'll grab Shadow. Might backfire on us, but we have enough time right here to play upset eventually. And of course we have to actually draw it, which happened immediately, but I still don't mind getting the treasures here. Wonder if we're about to catch a Frostbolt. Alright. We'll offer the trade. I didn't expect them to take it, but
The desert is far from
such is life. Definitely bought him that. We're gonna be able to play Upsat and a treasure next turn. Should be pretty strong. Play the treasure first. Good hit. We can grab Nash, but I think we want to get Upsat into play.
I guide through the shadows.
Just ruin whatever plan he's going for. Right is online, but we're at a really healthy life total. And got Upsat on board too. So we'll gain some life back. We're actually threatening lethal here ourselves. He'll be able to clear stuff out of the way, but or chump block, but oh nice. Blasting us. I think we just slam Talir here, honestly. Let's attack. That'll save us a life, so we're okay with that. I don't know what he has that can kill Talir. If we don't just die this turn, we should just win. Because of this and a stranger, or champion. Turn to Seed could stop us. But even then we can play Nash. So I've got two really solid lines. If we're not just dead here or whatever. Yep. That'll do it. Looks like we won.
A customer.
Glory to Grudov.
A time quickens.
He's GG.
the desert is far from
So much to discover.
We keep this. I forget what Calidinus was playing. We played him at the start of the night. He might have changed up his deck though. We want some early game. Plus against these Kellers, more likely to just get silenced in our hand than anything else. I think we do keep this.
Suffering for soul.
That's fine, I guess.
A customer.
Swap out treasure here. Actually, no, we'll go for, we're gonna need the Lumen Reclaimer. We'll try and troll his Void the turn before he goes for anything. But, we'll slam a Fatty this turn, probably. Hopefully he doesn't get too good of a hit here. Yeah, I got Severin and some Shadow Symbols. Ah. Oh, that might change things. I think we still go for
A customer.
more amp here. Let's grab Grodov's Burden. And just pass it back here. We'll save this for the combo. If our opponent doesn't fill their void anymore here, we can play one of these guys. And if they do, we'll Reclaimer it away. I think we go for Stranger though.
We struggle and grow.
Guarantee a power drop here. Yeah, that's fine. Another Suffocate. Very aggressive on the anti-aggro here. I'm gonna go for Behemoth, and we'll just play Initiate here. Develop our power as much as we can. Still waiting for him to fill his void more before we play the Lumen.
The ritual is complete.
Yeah. Catcher's pretty solid here. We're gonna bottom her. Our opponent forgot to attack. Now their removal is gonna start helping us out. Assuming they don't full wipe our board here.
Complete.
Yeah, we just take this hit. Go ahead and play this. Oh, what's even in here? Nothing in here. Let's go for I think we still want to play stuff though. We'll just go ahead and get this going.
Far from ended.
A customer.
Get rid of treasure here. Grab Nash. We'll exhaust him. Grab Oasis. This will let us start pushing the button. That's rather annoying. I think we ramp here. There's a chance they reanimate, but kind of want this to die. And now we can start pressuring them by clicking the button twice. That's certainly nice. Just gonna go ahead and keep pushing it. Push it good. That's the 1-1 again. Might be out of power. Nope. He doesn't need to know we're doing this. But we want to save etchings for Talir, but I don't want to pull Kairos out just yet. Probably could cast him eventually, but I don't think we're trying to do that. Nice. Now we go for it.
Discover.
I think our opponent conceded here.
Customary.
What do we have here?
Guess not. Hey guys, thank you for watching my Talir combo deck. I had a lot of fun brewing with this. I'm going to continue to tweak it and work on it for the ECQ. But if you want to see me play these games live, I stream on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to whenever I go to bed. So sometimes that's midnight and sometimes that's 6 a.m. if I'm being rather degenerate that day. But I'd love to see you live, and the link for that is down in the description. If you're interested, come check it out. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps a lot and motivates me to make more videos like this. Thank you guys, and stay beautiful.